Wrestling fans, guys, today we're going to talk about go home shows. Today we're going to talk about how go home shows, the pay per views, used to mean something. I mean, they really used to mean something. They used to mean, hey, this is going to be a show that we have to see this Sunday. The Survivor Series is a Thanksgiving night tradition, only on pay-per-view, Thanksgiving week tradition, and I have to tune in because this show's going to be electric. Crown Jewel is not going to be some in-house show. It's a stacked full card. This show is getting me hyped up and built up for it. I can't wait to see it. Go home shows used to be that way. Backlash is going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it. Shane McMahon, the special guest referee, and we got Stone Cold Steve Austin taking on The Rock. Stone Cold defending the WWE Championship. Remember when all that kind of good stuff used to happen? All different types of go-home shows. We saw Shane McMahon hitting Stone Cold Steve Austin over the back of the head with a shovel and holding the WWE Championship over his head. Guys, go-home shows used to be electric. We saw the Raw after, where, Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker brawled all over the place, leading up to SummerSlam. We saw the whole build to SummerSlam where Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker crashed the Brock Lesnar homecoming on the way to SummerSlam 2015. All different types of stuff. Were go-home shows and the show after the pay-per-view. Got us hyped up. Got us hyped up when Roman Reigns and AJ Styles got straight into the feud after WrestleMania. Guys, all different types of things used to get us hyped up for the pay-per-view or coming out after it. But guys, what about now? What did we see tonight? Did anything get us hyped up or excited for Crown Jewel tonight? Are you any more excited for Crown Jewel than you was, last week, the week before? If you ask me, I'm not. As a matter of fact, I am cutting this pay-per-view, this review, before Raw got off the air. I am not watching the main event. They are having Charlotte drop the Raw Women's Championship before she goes to SmackDown with no build, absolutely no build, except one night. One night. That's it. They build it up at the beginning of the night, and they have Bianca Belair, right before Finn Balor comes out for his match, talk to Miss Hamburglar herself, Nikki Ash, and Rhea Ripley, and they welcome her to Monday Night Raw. That's it. How am I supposed to get excited about this matchup? How am I supposed to get hyped up for this Raw Women's Championship match? This could have been a perfect pay-per-view matchup. They could have built this up for Crown Jewel. They could have had Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks, and then they could have had Charlotte taking on Bianca Belair. They could have built it up over the last couple weeks. No, instead they're just going to throw it together and put it on some random Monday Night Raw. That's it. That's it. And it's a guaranteed because Charlotte's going over to SmackDown. So Bianca Belair is going to win. And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from Bianca Belair capturing the Raw Women's Championship. I'm a Bianca Belair fan. I am. And don't get me wrong, wrestling fans. I'm not taking anything away from it. I'm not taking anything away from the match. But wrestling fans, guys, let's be honest here. All this does is make it even more obvious that Sasha Banks is walking out with that title come Thursday. If we didn't even already know it, because she's the only one that is a SmackDown SmackDown wrestler. And give me a break. Give me a break. So pretty much all we got tonight in that main event was just a good matchup. And Bianca Belair taking the title off Charlotte. That's it. And then what will we get? Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair in a rival. Yeah, that's it. Except this time, I hope Bianca Belair actually beats Becky Lynch. Spoiler alert. But I see that happening. Moving on. Now, what about Goldberg and Bobby Lashley? Can we get this rival over with? This is supposed to be one of those things that gets us all hyped up, gets us all excited for the pay-per-view, and they save Goldberg for the go-home show to help finish hyping us up. Really? The more you talk about my family, the more I'm gonna hurt. Excuse me. The more I'm gonna hurt you, Crown Jewel, Bobby. Really? Give me a break. Oh, and by the way, can we please stop using pictures of Goldberg from 2002 on the hype videos when they show what's coming up next? Can we please stop doing that, WWE? Because he looks completely different on TV than he does in the pictures. In any case, Bobby Lashley getting something different. You don't need to be in this rival with Goldberg. It's not helping you. As a matter of fact, it's hurting you. Goldberg, you want to be in WWE? You want to have all these matches? Then my suggestion is actually being a rival with someone that you're going to help. That's what I would do, Brother Love, Vince McMahon. Put him in a rival with someone that you're going to help. Bobby Lashley is not it. Now, if all this was supposed to hype you up for the pay-per-view, because so far it hasn't hyped me up, let's talk about the king and queen of the ring. Okay. So, Zelina Vega and Finn Balor. Yeah. Finn Balor, that's alright. But what do they do with the semifinals. First of all, let's just be honest here. The King of the Ring needs its own pay-per-view. I don't care how 90s that is, it needs its own pay-per-view. Oh, and by the way, Xavier Woods, King Mabel is not one of the greatest kings of all time. He was one of the worst in the 90s, okay? What about Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Triple H, among others? Macho Man Randy Savage. Do I need to keep naming them? For you to put King Mabel in that list that you named was laughable. I just want to say that. But anyway, you have Finn Balor and Zelina Vega. You know, they're in that semifinals. WWE didn't even have Finn Balor come out and watch on commentary. They didn't have Finn Balor watching the back on the monitors. They didn't have Finn Balor do anything. Instead, they had Finn Balor come out and wrestle, or later on in the night against Mace. And as far as Zelina Vega is concerned, at least they had her come out and have her moment of glory, wearing the crown and the robe. At least she had her moment of glory. And that's probably the most she's ever going to get, because Doudrop is going to be victorious at Crown Jewel. There's no doubt about that. But most assured, during the Xavier Woods Jinder Mahal, the modern day Raja matchup, Finn Balor should have been doing something. Should have been helping build that. Remember the old go-home shows? They used to have all this stuff going on. They used to have the rivals building up, backstage segments. The old go-home shows, Finn Balor, a long time ago, if he was in those rivals, he would have been watching backstage. He would have came out and talked on commentary. Something. Not, okay, they're wrestling, but I don't want to have anything to do with them. I'm just going to let them go out there, and I'm going to let them wrestle, and that's just going to be it. This is stupid. Go-home shows have to get us hyped up more than what we are. And I can tell you, I am not any more hyped up right now than what I was last week or the week before for this pay-per-view. We didn't even see Seth Rollins or Edge on this show. And they are going to be coming over to Raw next week. We could have seen some type of build to their Hell in a Cell matchup. Even if it was some type of video package where the two are talking about their Hell in a Cell match and the last two prior matches at SummerSlam and on SmackDown. Something. Because most assured this will be the final matchup of the rival at this time. If it goes on more, I'll be surprised. And I still say Seth Rollins needs to walk out victorious if he's going to be in the WWE Championship picture. Wrestling fans, go-home shows need to be more important. need to be taken more important. I think we all would agree with that. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Hopefully, starting next week, once we get done with this crown jewel junk, we will have a good show. We will have a good show. We'll be building to the Survivor series. So, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel today. Hit that bell button. And of course, go back and check out anything you missed. And look forward to everything that comes onto this channel each and every week. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.